people to join. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Let me know. Say hi in the comments, guys. Hey, Matilda. Thank you for joining. Hey, Tijuana. Hi, hi. Thank you guys for coming. This is my first ever YouTube live, y'all. I'm so excited. Thank you for joining me. I am working tonight, so I wanted to just hop on here before I head into work. Happy International Women's Day. I am. How are you, Oyetola? How are you? Hey, Shioma. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. So I'm just going to go ahead and start. So in lieu of International Women's Day, I wanted to get on here and, of course, just talk about the importance of like mothers in our lives, because I owe my career, like me coming on here, me becoming a nurse, to my mom. I posted a TikTok the other day. I'm not sure if you guys are on TikTok, but there's this trend going around in where people would like write a caption and then at the end of that show Lightning McQueen, basically essentially saying that, you know, the person that cheered you on the most during your journey in life, whatever it is that you're going through, whoever it was that was cheering you on the most, that's what essentially who Lightning McQueen was. So, oh, thank you, girl. So I made a TikTok saying that African daughters working as a registered nurse in America, and then the next scene was Lightning McQueen, well, the character, and it said the African mother encouraging her to become a nurse in America. Let me know. Are you guys nurses? Please let me know if you are a nurse. Let me know how many nurses are watching this, because I want to make this relatable. But I feel like as an African woman, let me say, stereotypically, you know, a lot of our mothers encourage us to do nursing. A lot of our mothers encourage us to do nursing, and I don't think it's, you know, at one point people looked down on it because it's like, oh, a lot of people look down on nursing. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, why don't you encourage them to become a doctor? Or like, why don't you encourage them to become a lawyer or something like that? But once your parents start encouraging you to become a nurse, I don't know about y'all, but like some Africans, I don't know, they don't see it as a great accomplishment, let me say. But because of that, a lot of like mothers were encouraging their daughters to become nurses, and then a lot of the daughters were like, no, mom, I don't want to become a nurse. Like, that's not my passion. um yeah, that's not my passion. So it's sort of kind of like a rite of passage job that a lot of our mothers force upon us. Or when they first came to America, that's where they started. You know, a lot of our moms were like CNAs because it was easy for them to get like access into the field of nursing. I know my mom, for one, was a CNA. And then she encouraged my brother to become a nurse, who is a registered nurse right now. He's an oncology nurse. And then she encouraged my sister, my older sister, to become a nurse. She's a psych nurse. And then she managed to also encourage me to become a nurse. And I am a critical care nurse. I have a little brother who is not going to go into nursing because as much as my mom is encouraging him to do it as well, he's like, no, mom, I don't like blood. I don't like all those things. So my little brother is most likely not going to become a nurse. But for me personally, it took the encouragement of my mother for me to even realize that I could come into this field. So when I first got into college, I think my degree was like I was either undecided or biology, one of those. Um, and I thought about social work. I had that passion to wanna to be in a field of service. So social work was like in my mind initially. And then I got into school. My mom was like literally encouraging nursing, nursing, nursing. Michelle, become a nurse. Michelle, become a nurse. And I'm like, Ma, I'm like, I hear you. But then I also looked at my brother. My brother was a registered nurse, and I saw his quality of life. And I'm like, okay, my brother Michael is doing really well. He's a nurse. So I was like, okay, maybe nursing isn't bad. But then the program I was in, guys, the school I was in, I went to VCU, Virginia Commonwealth University, and their nursing program, you guys, was super competitive, like super competitive. And they get about 500 plus applicants, and they only accept 60 students. So I told my mom about my likelihood of getting into the program. I was like, Ma, I know you want me to become a nurse, but this program is really tough. This program is so tough. I don't know if I'm capable. I don't know if they're going to accept me. But this is what she said to me, you guys. And I'm going to get a little emotional because it stuck with me. And she said, Michelle, out of those 60 people, you're going to be one of them. And I was like, okay, lady. I was like, okay, lady. So I worked really hard. I was like, I prayed and I told God, I asked God, I was like, God, okay, if nursing is what you want me to do, if you want me to become a nurse, then allow me to get into this program. I'm going to do my part. I'm going to work hard so that my part is done, meaning that I'm going to try to get the grades needed. I'm going to apply. But God, if this is truly what you have for me, then out of those 500 plus applicants, my name is going to be one of them. So after my mom encouraged me, and then of course I prayed, I had to go to work, y'all. So as I told you, I went to a traditional school. I went to traditional college, a 4-year college to obtain my BSN in nursing. So my freshman year of school, I was taking all the prerequisites for school, and parties were calling me, friends were calling me, but because I was so focused in getting into nursing school, I worked really hard. Luckily, I met one of my best friends in Biology 101 who we actually both got accepted into the program. Luckily, I met her in that class, and she also encouraged me. And there's just so much power in God, because He literally places the right people in your life to help you along your course. So I'm just really grateful for that friend of mine who I met in Bio 101. She's also African. She's Sierra Leonean. If I have any Sierra Leoneans watching me, let me know. Let me see y'all's flag in the comments if you are Sierra Leonean. If not, it's okay. But I met her there. We initially kind of didn't like each other because we were like the two African girls. And she was like, who is this other girl? And I looked at her like, who are you? So we eventually become friends in Bio 101. We go to lab together. We're like doing everything together. We're studying together. We're helping each other. This is why friendships are so important. And so after that freshman year, my first semester freshman year, I got those prerequisites done. My second year, I applied to nursing school, you guys. My friend Famada, who I was just talking about, we both applied. And I had this other friend that I knew, Devaney. We all applied, and luckily, you guys, I was able to apply to nursing school with a 3.8 GPA. So my first semester of college, I got a 3.8. And I think by the grace of God, He helped me get my grades together to apply to school. So I did that, and then in my cover letter, I played the not the African card, but like I really love Ghana. If you guys didn't know, I'm Ghanaian, and I have a really, really soft place. Like, there's a soft place in my heart for Ghana. So in my letter of application, I was like, hi guys, thanks for joining. So in my letter of application to nursing school, I wrote about how I grew up in Ghana, how I saw the traditional methods of healing, and it really interested me. I wanted to become someone who could possibly provide healing to other people. So I talked about that and how I will eventually use this opportunity that I have in America, growing up here, attaining my education here. I will eventually use my degree to help Ghana one day. So that was kind of what was in my in my cover letter. So I had my GPA going for me, and I kind of played on that minority role, because obviously, like, they need to accept Black people. In my school, even though my school was really diverse, majority of the students in my nursing program were Caucasian. So as much as it is diverse, you know, they want to, what's the term in where they try to like place make their pool more diverse, therefore they kind of have to accept minorities. But in my case, I think my GPA 3.8, like, it was really high, it was really competitive, and of course me playing on that minority role in my letter. So I applied. Yes, affirmative action. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think that's really, really important. So if you're Black, if you're African, definitely use it to your benefit. Although you are more than qualified to be in the program, although you're more than qualified, I think if you use that to your benefit, it'll make your application it'll make you more of a likely applicant, let me say. But that's kind of what I did. So I applied to school, guys, and I told my mom, I was like, Mom, waiting to be accepted. Me and my friend were both waiting, and oh, awesome. Thank you, Ryan. But I finally got my letter, you guys. The day came in where we all got our letters of possible acceptance. So one morning I woke up, opened my laptop, saw my email, and I read, and it said, congratulations, you've been accepted into VCU's nursing program, traditional nursing program. The way I was so excited, you guys, I immediately called my mom and I'm like, Mom, we got into nursing school. And God being so good, you know, we got accepted. And then I reached out to my friend because I was like wondering if they got accepted. And by the grace of God, they also got accepted. And, you know, it was just the most beautiful thing. And my college course then became nursing focused. I think initially I was undecided, like I told you guys. So after I got accepted my second semester of college, the next 3 years were all nursing focused. I was on the other campus, which was more of the medical campus, taking my nursing classes, all of that. And luckily my school was affiliated with a hospital. So clinicals and everything was just super seamless, super easy. So after 4 years of that, I graduated with my degree as a registered nurse. And this would not have been possible if it wasn't for my mom. So happy International Women's Day. And I'm just so thankful to my African mother, who I sometimes don't listen to, But yeah, you guys were sharing that y'all's moms encourage you guys to become nurses as well, which is just super cool. Especially especially if you're, let me not just say African, because some of you guys were telling me you were Jamaican, you're Haitian, and this is something common that your people also encourage as well, you know. And yeah, like I said, nursing at one point was really looked down upon. People were making fun of the stereotype that if you're an African daughter, then you must be a nurse, you know? But now that they've seen the worth of it, like, we are in a really great profession, you guys. And I'm not trying to tell you guys this profession is all sunflowers and roses, because y'all, the shift I had yesterday, okay, this profession is not glamorous at all. It is not glamorous at all. But it's definitely really, really lucrative. You know, we don't have to worry about getting a job. Like people in tech and other professions, they go through a vigorous hiring process. It can take them 2 to 3 months to get a job. But as a nurse, you put in an application today, tomorrow you'll get a call saying you have a job. So there's a great benefit of this field. And I'm just so glad and just so thankful. Yeah, and I'm just so glad and thankful that, you know, my mom encouraged me to do this. Yes, you guys, nursing is tough. Nursing school, oh my gosh. I feel for you guys, especially the people who graduated during COVID or like went to school during COVID. I feel for y'all because I don't know how. I don't know how I would have survived if I was going through school during that time. But yeah, nursing is really tough. It is really tough. It's not for the faint of heart. Just what we deal with on a daily basis at work. It's physically demanding, emotionally draining, and it just requires a lot of effort, a lot of conscious effort from us. Aw, thank you, Mansa. Aw, hi, Addie. Thanks for joining. Yeah, nursing school is not easy, you guys. And it was really stressful. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It was really stressful, but we made it through those 4 years. We were able to graduate. If I was able to do it, y'all, I know that you can do it as well. You got this. You got this. I've been here for 9 months. I'm worried. Not ready to retire. No. I hope you guys, I don't want to false advertise nursing to you guys. I really don't. It is not as glamorous. It's not. I do not want to false advertise nursing to you. That's one thing I don't want to do. But I also do want to share a positive light into this field. A lot of the comments I get on TikTok, you guys, are from people who are saying that I want to stay on this side of nursing because it's positive. A lot of people on TikTok, Eddie, it's not too late. You can still do it if you wanted. But a lot of people on TikTok were like, Michelle, you're so positive. Michelle, you're so positive. And I think it's all about perspective, which I'm going to go in more detail at my event, you guys. Confident Nurse Society, I'm having my Genesis virtual event. I'm going to go into more detail there. I'm going to also be super transparent with you guys about my career, just the journey itself and how it can also be applicable to your career. If you're finding dissatisfaction, I hope that the words I say or the things I show you guys encourage you to keep going, or I just hope that it's an encouraging time for you. So it is $60 to come to the event. I know it's a little pricey, but we have to pay for Kajabi, my landing page. It takes a lot to bring it all together, which is why I had to charge people, to fund it. But after that you pay the $60, you guys, there's going to be a Discord group that I'm going to add you to. If you need support as a nursing student, I'm going to avail myself for the next 3 months to truly be there for you, to support you if you need it. So if you're interested in coming, there's going to be a link. There's a link on my page somewhere, or go to confidentnursesociety.com to get your ticket. It's going to be a great time, and I'm so glad that some of you guys have already bought tickets. I'm excited. Will there be a replay of the event? I'm definitely gonna record it. I know somebody emailed me about possibly getting a copy. So yes, I'm gonna have a copy. I'm gonna have a copy of it as well, if needed. It is a virtual event, you guys, because obviously y'all can't all come to the DMV. I live in the DMV, by the way. Amen. I live in the DMV, and I'm sure not all you guys live here. So it's definitely virtual. So yeah, it's definitely virtual. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to, but there's going to be a lot of giveaways, fun giveaways, and we're just going to have a good time talking about nursing and just sharing our experiences while being in this field. So I am super excited for it. Do you guys have any other questions for me? This is an open Q&A session now. I'm trying to figure out how live works still, you guys. The comments are coming in. Any free tickets? You know what, Shelly? Let me see. When I did my last IG live, I gave away a free ticket, so I should probably do one now. I need to think of a question. And I know, Shelly, you've been watching my videos for a while, so you might get the answer to this, but it's gonna be a first come, first serve thing. So let me think of a question, and I'm gonna drop it, and whoever answers the question correctly wins a free ticket to the event. Oh, I was offered. Erin, how many years of nursing experience do you have? And also another great thing about my event, you guys, I'm gonna go over professional development, ways to actually try to scale your degree as a nurse. So it's just gonna be a great time. It's gonna be great. Yes. Okay, let me think of a question. Let me think of a question. Um, let's see. Man. 1 year experience. And if you don't mind sharing, like what location or like roughly what state? Let me say what state is this? Man, critical care. So luckily for me, how I landed my job as a new grad nurse was through my school. So I told you guys my school was affiliated New Jersey, $33 as a new grad. Honestly, Erin, have you talked to your friends who are nurses that you graduated with? Ask them how much they got offered. Um, have you asked them so you can compare your rates? But what was I saying? Oh, how did I get my job as a new grad nurse? Okay, so I went to VCU. I told you guys my school was affiliated with a hospital, a level 1 trauma center. So luckily for me, I was able to grandfather myself in that way. So that's how I landed my job. I had my clinical practicum on that unit as a nursing student. So I networked my way in that sense. Um, so as far as you gaining a job as an LPN and you're a new grad, um, how can you make yourself more marketable? So was your school affiliated with the hospital? Oh my gosh, you guys have such great questions. I wish I could answer all of them one by one. I might not have enough time today because I told you I'm about to go to work. But please answer me about the affiliate hospital with your school, with your nursing school, if there is one. And Erin, to answer your question, if everyone around your area is getting $33 an hour, as a new grad personally, I don't think that's a terrible rate. Your first year of nursing is sacrificial, Erin. Your first year of nursing is sacrificial. This is when you get to truly learn your skills, although the money doesn't seem much to you, and granted, there's more money to come. This first year is your foundational year. So if that's the average rate around your area, I would say use, and I don't want to give everything away, you guys. If you guys want more, come to my event, I promise. But I don't want to give everything away because there are people who have paid to hear how it is to be in this program. So I want to save that for them as well. But one thing I will say is if that's the average amount that people are quoting to you, I don't think that it's not unfair for you to get paid $33 an hour, $33 an hour. That's probably just where they start people in your area. One thing you could do is to try to like relocate, get a job somewhere else. States like Cali, you'll get way more, but your cost of living is going to be higher. So unfortunately, just you could use your GPA if you could, but if that's what they're offering everybody else, then that's most likely what's going to happen. What they're going to keep you at. Yeah, I mean it doesn't hurt. Chuma's right. It doesn't hurt. That's my motto. If you guys watch this week's vlog, you'll understand. Or if you watch my oh, Erin, I'm so sorry. I wish I could do more. But if you're coming to the event, girl, you'll have me at your fingertips in the Discord group that like I mentioned. In the Discord group, we're going to be communicating back and forth. So any further questions that you have, I will be freely available to answer to the best of my ability. So Yeah, get your tickets, guys, if you have not already. Um, but yeah, Chuma said, Aaron, whatever price you want, you can suggest it. Like she said, the worst they can say is no. The worst they can say is no. So that is not a bad advice at all. Someone said ADN versus BSN. So I went through the traditional BSN route. I got a job. I mean, I got into nursing school seamlessly, let me say, by the grace of God. So I did the 4 years and I graduated with my BSN. If you are under like financial restraints, let me say, if you're under, if you want to graduate in a faster manner, then getting your ADN is not a bad option. Like right now, the hospital that I work at, a lot of our new grads have associate's degrees, and that's an ICU. They're in the ICU with associate degrees. That is not a bad option if you're trying to save money and you're trying to get through school faster. So if you can get accepted to an associate's degree, then definitely go ahead and do it. And once you are a nurse, you're working, you can get your BSN a couple months later, a year later, 2 years later. So it's definitely a wiser option. But if you want to go through the traditional route too, you could. But just think about what you want to accomplish, how fast you want to accomplish school, how much money you want to save, and just use that to guide your decision into going into an ADN versus a BSN program. Somebody also asked PACU versus ICU. Man, this is such a tough question. I'm gonna also dive more into it in my at the online event. But for me personally, I can't choose, you guys. I can't choose because they both offer different things that I love. So I love them both equally, let me say. Even though right now I'm working as an ICU nurse, I will go back to the PACU in a heartbeat if the right opportunity oh my gosh, showed up. I would definitely do that. I'm actually thinking about it now that I'm going back to NP school. PACU life is just a lot more chill, let me say. And how do I manage NP school and work? I think that was another question. Girl, I don't know. We'll see how this next session goes. I started school this week, technically. I'm going to talk more about it again in the vlog as well. I started school this week, so it's going to be I'm doing things a little differently. I'm working as a night shift nurse now. Prior to this semester or this course, I was working day shift. That I would say was really difficult because I had to work my 36 hours a week and also go to clinical 20 hours a week. So essentially I was working close to 60 hours a week, 36 hours being paid, and the other 20 plus hours it was for school. So it was really tough working day shift. But now that I'm night shift, I think I'm gonna have a better experience. Am I a local travel nurse? Okay, so let's talk about money. So at my event, I'm gonna be sharing real life details with you guys about how traveling works and my paychecks and all of that. We're gonna go into detail. Granted, 2022 money to 2023 money is not the same because we're like through that COVID phase, but I think it's still some really valuable information to know. Man, I wish I can track the conversations we're having. Everything is like scrolling up so fast. Okay. All right, I figured it out. Okay, let's see. I did IC versus PACU. Am I a local travel nurse right now? So, do I want to share? I think I'm gonna leave that for the event, you guys. I just don't want to give anything away. I'm so sorry. Someone said I did an ADN, did not have any loans, used Pell Grants, and then a year later, my hospital paid for my BSN. My debt was $0. Yeah, I mean, honestly, ADN is a great route if you want to save money. Yeah, Chioma, I'm gonna go into how I'm able to still make money as a nurse and work at my event. Um, so I'm sorry, girl, I'm gonna answer that question there. Oh, Ife, today was my first day as a travel nurse at another CVICU, and I feel like a new grad all over again. Yeah, sometimes a lot of hospitals do things differently. Ife, was the hospital you were working at like not was it a level one trauma center, and is the place you're at now also level like how is the acuity, let me say, and why do you feel like a new grad? Oh my gosh, you guys. So I want to share this with you. So I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and she was telling me how she landed another job. And she was telling me that the nursing director of that job was one, a minority woman, and she was 35 years old. The director of nursing at that job is 35 years old, and she is a minority woman. She's actually Ghanaian. She's Ghanaian. Never in my life did I think that I could possibly go up that leadership ladder to become a director. It had never been in my mind until I had that conversation with her. Not to say that I want to be a director of a hospital. I don't see myself doing that, but I feel like we limit ourselves, you guys. So for anybody watching this, you can do it if you want to do it. You can become a director of a hospital, make those multi six figures, get those $1 million bonuses, okay, if you want to. Apparently, some hospitals in my area, I live in the DMV, by the way, guys. Some hospitals in my area, I think a statement came out that shared how much their yearly bonus was. And I was flabbergasted because, first of all, why aren't y'all paying nurses right? All that bonus goes to the CEOs, the CFOs, the CNOs. All that money goes to them. Instead of increasing pay for the nurses, it goes to them. So directors and people like that, they make a lot of money in nursing. So if you guys ever want to go up that leadership ladder, go for it. This is just an encouragement for you. At the event, can I please touch on being a black nurse in the ICU, and I have trouble with it. Oh yes, Nicole, I can relate, girl. We're gonna go. Come with your questions, you guys. It's gonna also be an open forum in where I'm not gonna refrain from sharing anything. That's another benefit of actually getting a ticket. We're gonna just dive in through all of that. So come. It's gonna be a great time. Ife said, I feel new because I barely touched ECMO. Here they have bad ECMO, and I'm expected. Oh my gosh, not expected to take care of them. No, Ife, tell them that your license is more important to you. And if you're gonna have to cancel your contract, cancel your contract. Don't, no way. Not all CVIC nurses do ECMO. Although, that's what part of the unit does. If you do not feel comfortable, please don't. Please don't feel pressured. Or if they want you to do it, make sure that they have adequate support for you. Like there's somebody that you can actually go to. Oh, Choma, I'm gonna have I'm gonna record it. So I'm gonna have that sent out for anybody who wants to get it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just reading through these comments. Ife said, I told them it's just making me. Shelly, oh, you're so sweet. Um, you're so sweet. Let me see. You've been an OG subscriber. You have. You've been so loyal. I appreciate you so much. Are you considering being a travel nurse after NP school? Am I considering traveling after NP school? Girl, girl. So if you guys have watched like my other videos, I talk about how I really didn't get into my master's program. The reason why I'm becoming a nurse practitioner isn't because of the money, you know, because at that time, even as a nurse with like 2-3 years of experience, I could have easily touched 6 figures if I wanted, with being in the PACU and doing the kind of shifts that I was doing. You know, prior to that, I easily touched 6 figures. So that wasn't the money. The money wasn't the reason why I wanted to do NP. So as far as traveling, as far as like still traveling while having my NP degree, I think I might still travel. Granted, I did just say it's not money related, but I think I just need to get to a place where I am comfortable enough to want to completely let go of my background as an ICU nurse. Tears. I'm getting emotional because the time is gonna come and where I'm gonna have to not do bedside anymore, not do critical care anymore, and I'm gonna have to be okay with it. You know, I'm gonna have to be okay with that. Man, I'm not prepared for that at all. But I think it's more so me coming to the point where I'm comfortable letting go of my critical care background, because as a FNP, I'm not gonna need all of that. I'm not gonna need how to. Oh, Chilma said I'm ready to leave bedside. Girl, I think I'm an anomaly. I think I am an anomaly at this point because everybody wants to leave bedside, except for me. Everybody wants to leave bedside, and I think the reason why I'm still here, I haven't completely burnt out, is the fact that I went to the PACU. I went to the PACU, you guys. The PACU spoiled me. The PACU spoiled me so much. I would only have like 2 patients at a time. While the patient is in a 6-hour procedure in the OR, I'm just chilling, sitting there waiting for them to come out. So the PACU spoiled the heck out of me. And now that I'm in the ICU, like I'm doing charge nursing, I'm doing rapid response. So it's not like I'm getting, I do take care of like the CRTs and stuff like that. The really, really sick people, of course, they'll give it to the nurses with more experience. But I think because I have been pushed into these leadership type of roles, I'm not experiencing as much of the continuous hands-on experience, let me say. So I'm not burnt out completely because I basically kind of oversee what's going on in the ICU. By the grace of God, you know, people come to me with like questions and stuff. So, and also I'm like coordinating bed management and handling stuff like that rather than patient care, if that makes sense. Girl, I knew as a nursing student that I did not want to be a med-surg nurse. I knew for a fact that that wasn't for me. I was a CNA on a med-surg floor. I was a CNA in an acute care trauma floor. And just what I witnessed there, I was like, Michelle, I cannot become a med-surg nurse. I just knew it wasn't for me. I just felt like, once again, I'm gonna go in more detail at the event about why I chose to become an ICU nurse and all of that. But the ICU was just, or critical care, let me say, was just where I wanted to be. And I feel like a lot of us Black people, especially a lot of us minorities, don't know enough about critical care. We're not exposed to it enough. Therefore, oh, chill, mom. I'm sorry, girl. But I feel like a lot of us Black people don't know about all these other specialties that we can get into. How did I choose my specialty? How did I choose my specialty? I'm gonna give you guys one answer for that. Once again, I want to share this experience with the people that are coming to the Genesis event. But I chose my specialty. There are a myriad of reasons why I chose my specialty, but one being the nurse to patient ratio. One being, she said, "Come to the event." Choma, thank you for promoting for me. Thank you for promoting for me. You're a real one. Um, what was I saying? But yeah, the nurse to patient ratio was one of them. Hi, Anika, you joined. Girl, bring questions. Bring your questions, cause I'm gonna be an open book there. Okay, I'm gonna be an open book there. um, but yeah, the nurse to patient ratio was one of the reasons why I chose critical care. Choma, it's not too late to go into another specialty. I hope you know that. It is not too late. Although you might be taking a pay cut if you're a travel nurse, but it's not too late. Nowadays, the contracts are not that great anyways. Um, but I think, oh, no, cancel. You guys, I think this was a good live session. I am definitely gonna come on here. I'm definitely gonna do more of these lives. I love that you guys came and joined me on here. Girl, Shelly, I got you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. I got you. I think I might make this a more frequent thing. I love my YouTube family. You guys are special to me. As much as I like to be on Instagram, YouTube Live, this place was lit. This place was lit. We're definitely going to do more of this. Where I'm going to answer more questions. But you guys are amazing. Yes, Ife, big sister in Christ. Esther, girl, I love you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Faye. Or is it Faye? Thank you. Thank you guys so much. I love YouTube. I love you guys. I'm gonna come back. I'm not sure when my next live will be. But we're definitely Bible study on live will be amazing. That would be amazing. Okay, we're gonna do that next. Oh, thank you, Jemima. Oh, you guys are amazing. Once again, to yes, BTT Live. Oh, it's lit. You guys, I got y'all. And I just want to say something. I feel like 2023, I mentioned that that this year was different. And truly, I can say that my relationship with God has grown tremendously. Like, I love my quiet times these days. Like, I lived in so much anxiety the last 2 years, you guys, that I feel like if I had just trusted God more, I wouldn't have had the anxiety that I had last year or the year before last. There's just so much peace when you spend time with God, and I've been doing a lot more of that, and I'm thanking Him for the opportunity and the privilege to be able to have more peace in my life, because that's just so important. But yeah, I got y'all with BTT Live. I'm gonna announce when I'm gonna come on here to do it. Yay! Anyways, you guys, y'all are invited to the Genesis virtual event hosted by my business, Confident Nurse Society. If you are a new grad nurse needing support, if you are a student nurse needing support, if you are burnt out, or if you're just interested in nursing in general, you are invited to my event. It is a paid event, you guys. I know. It's $60 to come. If you can make it, I would love for you to be there. There's going to be a lot of nursing knowledge that's going to be shared. There's going to be complete transparency from me. We're going to go through how I was able to how I'm able to work living where I am and doing all the things I'm doing. We're going to go through all of that. And of course, there's going to be fun giveaways. And most importantly, I'm not going to leave you guys hanging, those who come to the event. We have a Discord group, the Confident Nurse Society Discord group, and where we're just going to be supporting one another there. So if you guys have any specific questions for your life, you know, how to land a job, how to like some Aaron, how to negotiate pay, ways to make more money with your degree, all of that. I mean, I'm gonna make myself available to you for the next 3 months with the Discord group, you guys. So I'm super excited for it. Join me. If you want tickets, it's confidentnursesociety.com to get your tickets. And also, if you look on my postings, there's going to be a direct link to get your ticket there. So far, I'm excited. Like I said, I wanted it to be intimate. So we're close to the number that I wanted to be there. We're really close to that number. So not to say rush or run, but we're close to that number. And my event is going to be April 1st at 2023 at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys are just so amazing. You guys are so amazing. But I gotta go, y'all. Time is what? Almost 6 p.m. I gotta get ready for work. I love you guys. Thank you for joining me. More of this time. Bye.